Well, hello, friends. Welcome to another session of Health and Tech Talks. I'm your host, Larry Ortega, cyclist and wellness coach. I caught up with the certified health nut, Mr. Troy Casey, at the TrueFoodSummit in Arizona earlier this year. I had been following Troy on Instagram since I first jumped into that social media space and have, in a very short period of time, learned so much from him. Troy, beyond his public speaking engagements, is an author. He wrote the book Ripped at 50, A Journey to Self-Love. The book grabs you right away as Troy shares his experiences as a male model in Milan, Italy, and all the vices that come with that job, which would cause Troy to bottom out and hunger for a better way of life, which led him to the life he currently now lives and has been living for the last 35 years.
This is what it looks and feels like to eat organic food and be healthy and stop poisoning the commons, the air, the water, and the soil. My mission as a human being is to raise human consciousness and change all systems. My vision is clean air, water, soil, and equitable systems for all mankind in my lifetime.
I asked Troy about the corruption prevalent and a common accepted practice within our regulatory agencies like the FDA, EPA, and FCC. The general public's apparent blind faith in these regulatory systems is of grave concern, I shared with him. I asked him, how do we combat this ignorance? After all, it is safe to conclude that we must remain vigilant. Blind faith has no place in these times. These regulatory systems and the people in charge, based on their recent actions, really don't give a damn about our safety or well-being. Are we mere fodder in the battle for maximization of profits? Are we tolerable casualties to that end?
The best thing you can do is become healthy yourself, to become a healthy human specimen, to become a living testament of natural principles. And so when you do that, no one can argue with that. I'll be 60 this year, and so I am definitely not the norm, right? And so when you get chronic disease amongst children, chronic disease, I think 50% of Americans are suffering with a chronic illness right now. And so this is what it looks like to practice fundamental principles, eat organic food, etc., to be, completely functional, of your apparatus, having that joie de vivre, being able to be of service and give my gifts to other people, have, boundless energy, if you will.
I asked Troy, what is your motivation to do what you do? You talk about the 9 pillars of health. How do you get to that space? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I started studying natural medicine when I had my own digestive problems many years ago. I was a Versace model sitting in Milan. This is about 35 years ago. So I started studying fasting, internal purification, nutrition, and I instantly got results. I'm the type of guy that hears something, reads something, picks up on something on the intuition, and then I test it into bedrock. And I got results from fasting, nutrition, herbal medicine, and so that's kind of evolved for the last 35 years. So I picked up subsequent autoimmune issues. I'm a barefoot walker, and so I was out there walking, and I started to get spaghetti legs and neurological issues in my legs, and it's developed into arthritis. I would say it's kind of like a fibromyalgia type of thing, just like floating pain, joint to joint. And so in recent years, in the last 10 years or so, I've had to manage that. And trying to figure it out, deal with the sickness or the illness. And I've weaned myself off the commercial conduits as much as possible, and I become my own doctor, right? I don't outsource or abdicate my responsibility to anyone else. I figure out what's going on with myself, and then I navigate it with the natural world. So in that process, I've discovered the fundamental principles, right? You've got sunlight, you've got, we're electromagnetic beings, so we've got electricity from the sun, we've got magnetism from the earth. I get copious amounts of sun. I only put pure food in my body. I only put pure water in my body. I optimize my breathing mechanics because breath is the first form of nutrition, etc. I get my mind right because we're so poisoned with all this debauchery and these ideas of deviance and lying, cheating, and stealing and inverted consciousness that we have coming through the media platforms as well. So I purify my mind as much as possible. Spent many years practicing Vipassana meditation. And then I share my discoveries on camera. I've had a career in front of the camera for 35 years, so I continue to share my discoveries of what I've learned in these basic fundamental principles: hydration, nutrition, sleep, movement, thinking, breathing, nature, relationships, forgiving and grateful for what we have and forgiving those that may have harmed us in the past. And then the most important thing I teach is purpose, legacy. What is your unique gift, your je ne sais quoi, your effortless genius? And I teach my students to give that gift and to live that. And if you're going to live your legacy, you're going to need your health for that. And so I've boiled everything down into first principles, and I try and be as simple as I possibly can in the shortest amount of time.
I asked Troy, what are some of the greatest challenges health-wise that we all face today?
Well, 75% of the American people are obese or overweight. Chronic illness, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, all these newfangled diseases. If you look at Bobby Kennedy's body of work, he shows that the drug companies, they manufacture these vaccines that maim you, and then they make you a customer for life. Your subscription for the medical drugs that are subsequent to treat the symptomology of how you were vaccine injured, whether that manifests in some form of gut dysbiosis or neurological pain or there's many issues that we see, but mainly I see a lot of autoimmune issues.
Well, there you have it, from the master himself, the certified health nut. We are on our own and must remain vigilant in ascertaining all the answers we need to getting and keeping our gut right. You heard that right, our gut. One surefire way, tried and proven, is through the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Program. Now, granted, this is not the only way, but it is one way that has worked wonders for me and my entire family. Next month, I turn 61. Got guns, got abs, whilst preparing for a 200-mile ride on the Oregon coast next month. How many 61-year-olds do you know who can say the same? Some will say their product can help you do the same. I know. However, none, and I mean none, will say they can do it with 100% organic superfoods like we do here at the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Company. Let's get busy. Delicious. Best Spidey shake in town.